James Renault and Mark Gannon here, and this is a very, very important video. And that video is, can you get an advance on your IEEPA tariff refund receivable? And the quick answer is you absolutely can. So we've been breaking down in all of our videos on our channel as much as we can the process. And we bring a lot of value in our videos. But the more that you watch the videos, you get questions answered. But at the same time, you realize more and more the complexity of trying to get these refunds, especially the older refunds that are outside of the 80-day CAPE window. But however, when you work with the appropriate legal counsel and you work with our partners, all that complexity goes away on your end because they have the software, they have the experience, they have done this day after day to help other companies, other businesses that are in your situations. So they have the process down. So for them, that complexity is normal everyday business. I don't want to say that it's simple, but it's normal everyday business that this is something they have on an assembly line that they can make it happen. On top of that, not only being capable of getting that money, we now have lenders involved that are willing to say, instead of waiting to go to a court case for these tariff refunds that potentially are several years old, that you're entitled to, you may lose that court case. But there are lenders that are involved that are so confident because of the process that we have with our legal partners. They're willing to essentially front you that money to the tune of 90%. And if the court case loses, you still get those funds because there's billions of dollars that are out there for these tariffs. The big money, if you will, the big money players recognize that it's there and they're so confident that's the world that they're in, that they're willing to front you, not front you, give you that money in record time in terms of a matter of days now or a couple of weeks, depending on the situation. That's a very different scenario than, did we fill this out correctly? Are we even going after the funds? We're using a broker, so now we can only go after the last 80 days, but yet there could be millions of dollars that are there from 2 years ago. We're missing the process. We don't understand the process. Do we have our ACE account? Do we have our HTS codes, the codes that we need? Are they even available to get funds? And so on and so on and so on. And you can get into this rabbit hole of trying to understand this whole process when that is not your or our core competency. You don't know all the nuances. That's where the appropriate legal team comes into play because they understand it. And the particular legal partner that we work with has over 40 years of history relating to tariff and tariff refunds. So when litigation becomes involved, it becomes a massive thing. However, you do not need to surround yourself with the breadth and depth of this massive. You don't need to study for 8 years to be a lawyer to try and understand this. You can get this to the right partner and partners that can handle all of that. They have the team, they have the structure to do it, and you simply get the funds you deserve. Obviously, there is a charge for that, but that is something that if you fill out the form below, there is no charge to fill out that form. You fill out the form below, our team will look at it and see, is your organization, based on the minute that you have to fill out, is your organization, are they confident that you could go through the process? And if so, they'll reach out to you and then explain the process of what they do, what their fee is. Bottom line is they can get it done. So, Mark, talk about that, just the notion of, can you get the money earlier? And as I stated, that absolutely is the case. But just having people recognize, let's get this weight lifted off us, trying to understand all these things that are not our core competency, and let's just cut to it and get what we need. Here's a great analogy, Mark. I
Okay.
look at it like getting a car. Okay? I see this
Okay.
beautiful car, but I don't know exactly how the engine works. I don't know exactly all the bits and pieces. I don't know about the 10,000 person operation that came to make this car. I want to put the key in the ignition and have it do what I need it to do. And that's how I look at it in a simplistic way when we're talking about working with the right legal team. I want to say, I want the car. I want those refunds that are due to me, but I don't need to know how the inner workings of the engine, how that works. Just get it done because you're the professionals. Mark, let's get your thoughts.
Yeah, so the process is, thanks, James. The process is actually quite simple. Once you get qualified, and so what will happen is you'll actually get a phone call from our processing desk, which is called OpScale. Now they're the processing team. They will check that you've got an ACE account and you're actually classed as an importer of trade. So they'll do some pre-checking. If you qualify and they confirm that, they'll pass you over to the legal firm. The legal firm will basically tell you exactly everything that you need to know to go to the next step. That actually happens very, very quickly in terms of their side of it. Once the legal firm you engage it, they've got to send you a letter of I was going to say letter of credit. It's not. It's a letter of engagement. That's their job starting, and they do it very, very quickly. After that, your case can go to the lender. The lender actually buys the claim from you. They assume the claim and it's non-recourse lending. So this is a key. Whether it's win, draw, or lose, if you've gone through these lenders, they're assuming the risk. You've just been paid. So that's the big thing, win, lose, or draw. Because we never know with legal cases where they're going to go. And that is the beauty of it. Yes, you're going to lose a smidgen of it, but isn't it better having the money in your hand now? And you can use it
Absolutely,
for
because we're not
other.
talking about trivial payments here.
No.
And so this is a big deal, and it gives people a sense of a weight's lifted off of them. Someone that's watching this video right now, you may be tasked with, maybe you're the owner of the company, maybe you're the CFO, maybe you're someone that, hey, look into this. I'm hearing that these refunds are
Mm,
out there. How do we get it? And the more that you get into it, the more that you realize the level of complexity, and you realize that it's not your job, if you will, to go
mm.
after these refunds, but there is a team that's what they do. And time is of the essence here because we're losing that window every single day. So click on that link below and and go through the process because it's a well-oiled machine at this point. The final thoughts, Mark?
James, one other key point that we forgot is for those companies who have already started the process and have lodged the claim, and you're saying, okay, how long is it going to take? Could be waiting 1 or 2 years or whatever the period is till the litigation is done. Well, how would you like to get the money now? That's exactly what our advanced partners will do. So again, fill out that form, reach out to us, and we can get you paid in, look, 2 to 4 weeks. It can be as less as 5 days, we've heard. But that's for a simple clean skin case. If it's a more complex case, there'll probably be more work to be done. So allow a couple of weeks, but a couple of weeks to get money in hand, ACH straight into your bank account. I'd be happy with that, wouldn't you, James?
Yeah, exactly. And so we're really thrilled to be bringing this information to you. So again, click on the link below, start that process. Like I said, it takes a minute to fill out the form, and then they take it from there. No, you don't have to pay any money to fill out that form, and then any questions you have, they can answer those questions. So again, check out all the other videos on our channel. Click on that form below and get the money that you deserve.